Well, I would say this is a challenge to the church. The church needs to be a counterculture. What can I do about the massive divorce rate in the wider world outside of the church? There's not much I can do about that. I can try and vote for the right legislators. I can try to make the case to my non-Christian neighbors for marriage. But the most powerful place where I can be an influence is in the church. And I think the church needs to value marriage. It needs to value children. The church needs to be a strong counterculture. I'm a big believer that the 2nd and 3rd century church is something of a paradigm for us today. How was the Roman Empire transformed? It was transformed by the church standing in its positive practices against what Rome stood for. They did not abort their children. They treated women with respect. And that ultimately proved to be a very potent formula. Now, I won't use the Cologne Cathedral analogy because my wife has told me not to do it. But one of the things I would say is that one of the hallmarks of today is we think very short term. We want to solve problems by next Wednesday. I don't think that's possible. The problems we have long, deep historical roots. You cannot turn them around next Wednesday. What we need to be doing today is building a counterculture within the church that will bear fruit 150 years from now. We need to be thinking long term. Maybe with the Lord's providence, it'll bear fruit sooner than that. But there is no quick fix to the problem you've highlighted. The answer has to be faithful obedience within the church. And I would also add that has to start as well with the church taking marriage seriously on this level. If people in the church are engaging in trivial divorces, they need to be disciplined and excommunicated. The fact that the church didn't do that after Ronald Reagan signed no-fault divorce into law in 1970 in California paved the way for gay marriage and paved the way for the church not having the moral status to speak to that issue. So the first thing we need to do is show that we take marriage seriously, not only by getting married, but by dealing appropriately with those within our own ranks who treat marriage as a trivial thing.